Are you ready?
Baby, we done it. We're rich, baby. Conor McGregor made us rich. Break out the red panties. We're rich, baby.
I said, are you ready?
Line to deep left field. It is gone! You should see the celebration out of the Indians' third base dugout. Rodger Davis, a bullet.
And here we go.
For the We Like Sports podcast with the hosts you love, Riggs, Keith, Austin, and Peyton.
Welcome to the We Like Sports podcast with
Keith, Austin, Peyton, and Riggs. So now
Right.
you're first and I'm last, and you're in the middle and you're like center.
There.
You're very noble.
That was a nice thing to do, Riggs.
Thank you. And I'm around nice people. We hope you guys had a great, wonderful day, wonderful week, or whatnot. So
Yeah, man.
let's get to it. Peyton, you
Getting to it already? Why not? As I end up sharing this away. This is why the tip-off is so exclusive to the We Like Sports podcast. Austin, looks like you smoked an ounce of weed.
No, I know. It's the wind
just hit me.
There's a
We were
horrible
outside
smell.
in that storm.
Also, if you're watching
Nowhere.
this, stay safe out there. It is storming. You can see in our Doppler radar on Progressive Field on the top left over there. Rain's coming. So be safe out there. Anyways, the tip-off is brought to you by Manscaped. I made that up.
No, that's right. It is Manscaped.
Yeah, it is Manscaped.
They are a sponsor.
You're sitting at home, play with your balls. Manscaped, shave it. Your balls and your lady will thank you.
That's right.
Man, that hits home differently now.
I can't even. I can't handle this today.
It might be.
can't do it.
You might not even start using. You might not even have to manscape anymore.
I
What's
could use
the
it for my
tip-off?
beard. Anyways, the tip-off.
tip-off?
Well, funny, we're talking about a specific item, and that also has the tip.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, tip-off. Whoever wants to go first, flip a coin. If we did the cards, it would actually make sense for once, but we don't have them. Anyways, tip-off. Favorite Cleveland player of all time, and why?
Peyton Hillis, because he's my friend.
Shut up.
I'm gonna narrow down my three, and then I'm gonna shoot it over to Austin, and then I'll give you my one.
All right.
Ones and
Basketball, Kyrie Irving. Football, we'll have to probably go to Jim Brown. And baseball, everybody's favorite Cleveland Indian, number 7 himself, Kenny effing Lofton, homie.
Yeah, man.
Ooh, that is a tough one. I tell you what, Kenny Lofton is a GOAT. I loved in 2007 when he made that comeback for that playoff run. That was really exciting.
Yes, he
having
did.
Kenny back.
I love him.
But I'm
Cocoa
sorry.
Crisp,
I'm sorry.
too.
I'm all about the glove, baby. Omar Vizquel.
Omar Vizquel.
Omar Vizquel is my all-time favorite Cleveland sports athlete. He just has to be.
So here's
and
what I'm
he,
thinking.
And he tells people to go to Tri-C, too.
That's right.
Omar Vizquel?
That's where I went, yeah.
That's crazy. You made a diving try to catch it. I can't speak.
So who's your favorite sports guy?
You made a diving catch at Tri-C. I just wanted to point
No,
that out.
I threw the guy out at home.
Whatever.
You didn't even pay attention.
So
during
he
the
motivated
game?
you to go to Tri-C?
Yes, he did.
And also dive for
And
that
then they
ball.
stripped the program, didn't they?
No, that was Cleveland State.
That was okay.
But you played there too, right?
Yeah, for about 30 seconds.
That happens.
Yeah, 30 seconds. Anyways, though, for me, though, I'd have to say...
Just to let you know, our weather girl has chimed in and said, it's starting to calm down already. It's nasty as first, but it doesn't last long. That's straight from the meteorologist, Jen. Go ahead.
Oh, wow, I see what you did there. I was waiting for, like, Harcher, but...
Anyway, your favorite Cleveland professional
Will you
athlete.
put the damn phone down? You're worse than a child. Let's go.
I'm sharing so
So
people are
is our
seeing.
producer.
Well, until he gets done, I'm okay. Are you done?
I'm done.
Okay.
All right. You guys all suck. It's not brag on Peyton Day, all right?
All right, you're right.
Anyways, favorite sports athlete. I think I'd have to just say baseball would be someone from that department. Nick Swisher?
You're a jerk for that.
No, I'd probably say Travis Hafner in actuality.
Travis Hafner, really?
Good old
That's a name I
front bar.
haven't. Yeah, that's a name I haven't really heard in a while.
Because,
Travis
I mean,
Hafner.
the thing that made me disappointed with him, too, is when he was allegedly busted for substances.
Yeah.
But, then you ended up, finding out about, bone spurs, and I'm like, this really changes the game. I'm like, you're hitting like this while hurt? Travis Hafner made me, admire power hitting. Like that was like if I was actually good at baseball when I was a kid, I'd be number 48 because I wanted to hit bombs, bro.
Sure. Bombs,
I was,
bro. Dingers.
I was at the game when it was a Travis Hafner's bobblehead night, and he hit number 42, I believe. It was the year after he had 33 the one year, then he had 42, and then he got hit by the pitch.
Yeah.
The next series. I was there for his last home run. It was his bobblehead night, and it was the very next weekend they were up in Toronto, and that's where he had the hand injury, and his season was cut short.
Nice.
I remember watching, it was the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the first year LeBron came back, we played the San Antonio Spurs on the road in these jerseys, and Kyrie Irving went off for 50 points.
Yeah.
Riggs, pause your story, stand up, turn around, show everybody off your ass. No, I'm kidding.
No,
show the
I
back of your
don't show
jersey.
Well, it's kind of a tight squeeze back here, but during the show I'll get up. I have an NBA Finals edition Kyrie Irving jersey. I'm only going to wear it 2 more times, and you're going in the case forever.
Wow.
Yes, I have
You're
to, yep.
retiring the jersey.
I have to,
Wow.
yes. This thing, I wore this the night the curse was broken.
Nice.
I wore this during the parade. So, it's about time, It's
For sure.
got to move it on, and next my Jim Brown jersey will be in the case.
Heck yeah.
And I have not worn that. That stayed in my closet.
So do you want to know my actual favorite clip? I love Payne Hills, don't get me wrong. Like I think he's one heck of a guy. But I think
He is a good guy though.
Dude,
To defend yourself,
he is.
but anyways.
A little bit.
And I like baseball more than I like anything. So for me to say like I have to go with him, I have to go Omar Vizquel, man. He was hands. He was one of the best. Like I like Tommy too. So it was like a toss up between Tommy and Vizquel, but look at what Vizquel did, dude. He was awesome. I mean, it sucks because we're watching it with Lindor now, kind of.
Yeah. If
Lindor would have had a chance, or is going to have a chance to stay, which we'll get in there with what happened in baseball in a little bit, I'm sure. But
Yeah, that's down the line.
That's got to be for the tip off. I got to go with Vizquel.
If I could go one more, though, it would be in the baseball department, and it's mainly because of the stuff he did outside of Cleveland.
Sure.
But he was a Clevelander. It's just so comedic, and that's the reason he's one of my favorites is Bartolo Colon.
Really?
I love everything about Bartolo Colon.
I like Big Sexy.
Big Sexy.
I like
That was
it.
my
I like
nickname
it.
in high school.
No, it wasn't. I like a lot of them, but
But like the thing is too, like funny story about Omar Vizquel was when I was growing up, like this is a very like funny story when it ends up coming down to what happened. So like I was a kid, I hit a big yard, I hit a pitch back when you threw the ball and it bounces back at you. Well, my like neighbor ended up passing away, but like he was the one that lived up front. And I remember like he drank a good amount. So like
oh jeez.
So like it was like the funny kind of drunk atmosphere.
Sure.
So like the one time he was like running with like his like wife's kid or whatever, however that scenario may be, but he ran straight into the pitchback and it just went down and it was just flattened. Then we used to play catch too, and he used to say that he was always going to catch the ball like Omar Vizquel, no glove, just his teeth.
Sure. There
I hear you.
I remember that.
My friend Nicole, she played softball. She was a pitcher, and she told me stories how she had one of those and pitched it so hard it came back and got her right in the chest and knocked the wind right out of her. If you're listening, Nicole, I just shared your story, and yeah, you should be all cleared up by now. You were a kid when that happened.
Wow.
Interesting. All right. So, I mean, you did bring up LeBron James, right?
Yes, I
in
did.
some capacity.
Sorry to hear that.
I want to just look back at a moment, though, when LeBron in 2014, and this has no way to do with my personal life.
Oh my gosh.
But, like, this one actually, like, hit me differently because it makes you wonder why, when this happened with LeBron, when he first came home in 2014, why he ended up leaving.
Sure.
And it's also due to the fact, too, that we also have an Instagram video as well with LeBron and his son, too. So you're going to see later on why they go hand in hand, but we're going to end up playing that video right now so you could actually feel that atmosphere once again from 2014.
Different places, different walks of life, different neighborhoods. Yet streets we grew up on began our journey. Each winding path leading us deeper. And tonight, this is where we all live. This is our
if this was a movie, I'd watch it and then cry at the beginning, middle, and end.
Look at that made Riggs happy.
That is my favorite point guard.
Wait to see who you see at the other guard.
Dion Waiters.
Mr. A himself.
Wild thing.
Guys, I told you that I met him.
His uncle is in the Beach Boys.
Yep, and here it is. Music's done.
Surprised they didn't let LeBron do the whole Elvis coming down from the ceiling.
I mean, shit.
It's such.
Yeah, there you go, right.
It's such an amazing feeling because, like, it brings me back the memories of, like, 2014. Like, when I was in broadcasting school and I was doing a sports show with one of the guys, and, like, that was part of our intro, was literally LeBron James, the song in the background, and from St. Vincent, St. Mary High School. It's like, man, he's finally back. We lost all hope. He made a decision on ESPN. It's dead and gone. He's not coming back. It's Miami. Not 9, not 10, not 11 rings.
Yeah.
Like, it was just absolutely, like, looking back at that and you could look at who they ended up trading away to get where they were, but you could also look how they developed, too, because Dion Waiters didn't last long.
No.
He got traded because he's from Philadelphia. I remember the Cavaliers were playing the 76ers in Philadelphia. Dion Waiters invited all his friends and family. They're watching him shoot around. Next thing you know, he gets traded in the middle of the game while his friends and family are there.
That's messed up.
That's business, though.
But that is also a business. The year LeBron came back, that was a hot summer. Weather-wise, merchandise-wise, and just fan-wise. Like, I remember watching him lose to the San Antonio Spurs, and my friend Leroy said, bring your blank himself home. And I'm like, he's never going to come home. We're done with him. He washed his hands with us. Watching the NBA draft that year, and then the pieces started to finally fold, and then I'm laying down, and I hear my mother scream, he's back! Look, turn to Fox 8 News, and there's Bill Shields sitting there with the I'm coming home, and then it just started to just snowball from there, and it was just one of the greatest summers ever. To be truly honest.
Major, like flashback again. Back in 2014, that was senior year. I was playing softball co-ed in Old Brooklyn, Ohio. I remember the day he made his decision, we had practice, and I had my bat bag with me. I practiced in a LeBron James jersey, and I'm like, this is great. And I just was like screaming over and over again, he's back! He's back! Like, because it was disbelief. Like, it did not seem like it was going to happen.
I'll never forget, I was working, I used to do a little bit of, window washing and stuff, and we're
I worked with you there once.
And you did try. But we're just driving around and we're listening to the radio the whole time, and the rumors kept saying, "Oh, he's gonna make the announcement at 3:30 for 3:30."
They kept on going, and it was and his announcement at 3:03 is going to be moved to 4:05 to 5:07.
It hit 4 something, and I'm just sitting there. I'm like, just thinking in my head, maybe this isn't gonna happen. Maybe this isn't gonna happen. It's just, the media's blowing it up. It's just all hogwash. And then it happened, and it happened right as soon as we were done with the job. We hop in the truck, turn the radio on, sit there for about 5 seconds, and they go, breaking news. Like, we caught the news right as soon. Me and my coworker jump out of the car or the truck, and we just start doing circles in this neighborhood.
Why not?
Just screaming.
Yeah, exactly.
And then there's some guy like 5 houses down just cutting his grass. He turns his lawnmower off, and he goes, "What's going on down there, gentlemen?" We're like, "LeBron's home!" And we go crazy, and he's like, "Hell yeah!" It was amazing.
Punching my toe motor.
That brought everybody together. It seriously
really
did. And here's the thing too.
The excitement level was like the home opener, the season opener, home opener for that game. Like when LeBron came back, like that crowd energy. For one, I miss that personally. Like I miss sports so much just because not only do you need to be a semi-decent team, you could be absolutely trash can, bottom of the barrel, But if you end up bringing back sports with fans, you're going to get some kind of that reaction just
Yeah,
because
most
it's been
definitely.
so long without it. We missed you. Don't go away again.
Right, even if your home team loses, you're still going to get on your feet and cheer like they just won the NBA Finals or the World Series or the Vince Lombardi
Just
Trophy.
respect it.
Well,
It's like you came out here.
When they let fans back into baseball and we're allowed to have baseball again, I guarantee you that there's going to be a huge standing ovation when they come on the field, when they come off the field.
For
when they come on
Francisco
the field.
Lindor's last game?
Take me out to the
No,
ball
not
game is going to be
yeah,
screamed from the
last
top
game,
of the
yeah.
lungs from everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
That hits differently
what we
now.
need. It does, and that's what we need, though. We're talking about bringing back America's pastime. Dude, as much as you were all hyped up about LeBron James coming home, which I get it, I was too. It brought everybody together. I'm not going to lie. I was super happy.
The
when he
energy in
came
the
back.
streets, it
But
was
could you
almost as good as
imagine-
the fans in the game.
But imagine now, baseball came back to the world. NBA came back to the world. The NFL is going to play. Now, you imagine a packed house, if you can have a packed house, the level of nuts that's going to be is going to be off the charts. It's going to be completely off the charts.
I'm excited talking about it.
Imagine the ratings.
Oh,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
Even if you
Yeah.
don't have fans there, their ratings are going to skyrocket
Yeah.
because it's something else. It's not WWE. It's not MMA. It's not NASCAR. It's actually if you have a big three sport, like NBA looks like it's going to end up beating MLB to the punch.
Probably.
So the thing is that's happening is when you have all those teams playing in Orlando, you know damn well Cleveland's not in it. But you also know you're going to find a team to root for because you have 12 teams that are eligible.
Sure.
And you have 12 teams on both sets. So you have 24 teams still out of the 6 or 8 that are out of it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, absolutely. Same thing, but I mean, it's the same thing
And the
with
ratings are
anything.
just going to skyrocket.
We're
though.
so hard up right now for any type of sports action, any type of anything, that as the second anything comes back, it's now huge.
Yeah.
It's now, it doesn't matter if it was your favorite sport, doesn't matter. I don't watch hockey often, but I will. You know what I mean? I'm gonna. When everything comes back, I will be.
It might make you a hockey fan after all this.
I've actually started getting into NASCAR. I've never really gotten into NASCAR before, but hey, it's the only
here.
thing on,
It's
and
there.
I'm watching. I just want to be a fan again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Deep down,
Find
that's
your
all I
guy
want,
and
is
just
to
go
be a
with
fan
it.
again.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just, man, I miss sports.
Yeah.
But we like sports. Here Wednesday nights, 7:30 to 9:30.
Riggs, you're getting good at this, man. You're getting good at these.
It's I'm not even trying to anymore. It's I'm soft tossing and he's bam, off the
Yeah.
fence, homer.
I'm
God
Travis
dang it.
Hafner in that for you.
There it is.
Do you like him
Appreciate it.
because he came out the time to play the game?
No, that's actually not why.
No. If you want
But I know he always came out he was a huge wrestling fan. He always came up to his walk-up songs being Triple H or whoever. I know it wasn't Triple H. It was all different versions of wrestling songs. But anyways, you're saying something.
Last night, back to sports and how much we miss sports. Didn't we watch a little bit of the 1997 ALDS Cleveland Indians versus the New York Yankees?
Dude, do we have to go a step further and say on Saturday when we went to the bar, it's the 1995 World Series?
It was 93.
93, whatever. And Riggs is drinking his beer. Let's go PG here. Adult beverage. And he was drinking his adult beverage, and like he's so into the game, he was like, yeah, it's Riggs being Riggs. He's like 2-2.
I was doing
2-2,
the counts.
guys. 2-2.
And if you think about it, if you watch, and here's another thing too about like, okay, when you watch throwback sports games, if you notice, you don't see the score, the time, the clock.
that's the
Nobody's
hard
on their
part,
damn phone
Exactly,
either.
but you don't see that until the score happens. So it made you pay attention. It made you on your toes. So if your dad's like, "Hey, I'm getting a beer. What was the score?" You better damn well know. You better know that score, because if you lie to pops about the score, he's going to be a little ticked off at
You give them,
Yeah.
you give your team 2 less runs or vice versa, and then they end up losing. You're telling me that your dad isn't going to be pissed off at the fact that you're like, oh, they scored 3 runs. And it's 3-3 mentally, but instead it's actually 5-3 and the other team's winning. Like, I'm going to be pissed because, not even to get to, the fact of, then versus now. Fun fact, I'm pretty sure this is, still now, but in the past, Tom Hamilton, when he's calling the game on the radio, every 30 seconds, he's giving you the score. So, he literally has, the hourglass
You're
timer.
taught that. I mean, you know that.
Yeah,
We're
exactly.
taught to say that. We're taught to
Because
make
you're
sure you
not
give up
watching
the-
it. But, looking back to TV, that was similar. That's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Back then, when you're looking at the old games on TV, you had to pay attention to the umpire as well. Like the umpire, that's where you got your count from.
Yeah.
I mean, you very rarely see it brought up. And it's
brought up
I mean,
there,
even watching some of the old NBA championship games, those were hard to follow because it's like, Okay, well, only when they score a basket, that's when you see the score pop up.
And they weren't scoring thousands of points.
That's a good point you brought up. I never really thought about that before.
Yeah, they don't even have a clock.
As we grew up, so did the gaming, so did the technology.
So like your children, they're spoiled to like always seeing the game clock always there.
Yeah, take that. He called your children spoiled.
Well, what's that? There you go.
Rich is gonna defend himself.
He's completely 100% right.
Anyways, go on. You're talking about his kids being spoiled.
No, that was it. Yeah, I mean, spoiled to the aspect of always seeing the score there. Like you see me at the bar, I was right along with that ref from 1993, 2-1. Oh no, okay, I was wrong on that one. Okay, clean it up for the next one, Riggs. And that's exactly what I did. Yeah. I drank my adult beverage, turned around, and then I didn't know they won the 1993 World Series, the Toronto Blue Jays, with a walk-off.
And then you had to educate young Riggs. And being like, remember like that clip of Joe Carter just jumping up in the air and fist punching? I'm like, that was from there.
Yep.
Drake used that in one of his music videos, and I'm like, why did he? But he's from Canada, so it all makes sense.
Another step further too, other musically related like songs, Macklemore. The one song. No,
that's the only one I can think of. Yeah.
My Oh My, because it's a baseball-related song. It's with their play-by-play guy.
I've never ever heard of it.
But he ends up taking like it's back when. Who
the hell's Macklemore?
Too bad he never told anybody that.
There was an independent wrestler that used to come out to that song.
See, I'm okay with that, but Macklemore?
Anyways, it's a baseball-related song. Or at least I look at it this way, because he takes
Center Field by Joe Fogerty.
That's another baseball song. Like, that's legit.
Yeah. But anything's better than Macklemore. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, they all had more than $20 in their pocket. Is what I'm trying.
He was going thrift shopping. What?
Oh my.
Nonetheless.
And no, you're disappear on that one.
Not yet.
Everybody goes to their phones. This is
all right. Anyways. Before we go to break, we're going to dive into NBA one more time, and then we're going to come back with more basketball and how LeBron and his son were, let's say, bonding. Or LeBron ended up
that's a very dangerous thing to like. That's what you call like.
Yeah, bonding. Right.
What the hell does that mean?
Bonding.
Oh, all right.
Man, I forgot that we have video now so that you could actually see my gestures.
Absolutely.
Anyways, so July 31st, end of July. That's when basketball returns. That's when you have like 6 games, and then you have like your playoff bracket branch, whatever March Madness that you're gonna have in July because you didn't have March Madness.
Thank God.
I also heard on the radio. Same topic but a little bit different. All the teams that aren't invited back to the league are looking to work something out together to try to get something with just those 8 teams.
Like a losers bracket?
Like a losers little division to where they can keep playing competitive games because they feel like they're at a competitive disadvantage having to sit out a lot longer, especially when they need to develop talent.
They are.
I mean, so they're looking to do something.
I can get behind that.
They're looking to try to do something to where it's like, you got the Cavs and Golden State and every other bottom of the barrel team,
And I can get behind that.
I think that would be great.
You realize we're saying the Cavs and Golden State as
the bottom?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It wasn't like that 3, 4, 5 years ago, though.
Yeah, it was just the same teams in the big dance. But to go a step further from Austin's thing, I remember hearing that too. It was actually right before our friend Peyton Hillis was on Adam the Bull and Dustin Fox's Bull and Fox show on 92.3 The Fan.
Wow, what a plug.
Got to do what you got to do. I kind of know what I'm doing.
You do a little.
But anyways, though, they were actually discussing, and I believe it was Bull ended up going, like, they want the losers bracket idea, but, like, if they played for something.
Sure, it's got to be something.
But you're going to end up, like, they suggested playing for, like, the first overall pick. Well, you're not going to play, or else you're going to end up, like, tanking for your team, or else you're going to be fighting for your spot. There's 2 ways to look at it.
Right. I mean, you can't have a championship or a trophy for that, because that's just like playing for the MIT in college basketball.
Not
you don't even want that trophy.
You don't want
We're the 66th best team.
Yeah. So are they just, like, playing just to see, like, hey, I've been sitting on my butt because of all this going on. I'm still in shape.
Yep. That's probably puff your chest up a little bit. You got to imagine these athletes better have done something.
Chris Paul wasn't.
Remember?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Who do you think's putting on weight?
Chris Paul.
I haven't seen.
Remember the last show?
All of them have.
Not the last show, but like a while back, Chris Paul's like, I'm not practicing until like the whole entire team's practicing. Like, I'm not doing this on my own.
Well, that's what he's used to, you know. Maybe he might need someone to push or motivate him.
But he's been a vet for how long in basketball?
That's
you
true.
should know
That's
better.
not a very veteran move.
Like, you're thinking LeBron's going to be like, hey, I'm going to go home, sit on my ass, play video games, and I'm going to be the same genetic freak that I am
No, he's
yesterday?
looking like Kimbo Slice and riding his bikes with J.R. Smith.
Right, exactly.
Both on like the Lakers now, too, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, Slice is dead, but
No.
Wow.
Oh, man.
it happens. We have a guest coming on though.
Yeah, we do.
Time?
Yes.
About 8:30, as far as I remember. I have to double check in about 5 minutes, but
Perfect. So
that's just a confirmation. I'm getting there.
Well, I don't know you're off today. I'm just trying to help.
I'm here. I'm not off.
Fair enough.
Dad jokes. Anyways, we do have a guest. It'll be Gabby. She was advertised on Monday. She was advertised on Twitter for being an overall Cleveland sports fan. So we're talking basketball. We're talking Cavs. We might end up talking Cavs again. We might end up talking Browns. We might end up talking Indians. More than likely, it's not we might. It's probably we're gonna.
I would hope so.
So yeah, and it's a Cleveland-based show. And I mean, she's friends with Ellie, who was the Steelers fan.
Okay.
So you kind of have. You guys had your fun with like ragging on me. I was the one that was kind of forward, and you guys sat back. Now it's reversed again.
That's fine.
And ironically enough, too, Gabby is from Pittsburgh, used to live in Cleveland, moved to Pittsburgh,
That's
and
what
is
I'm
still a
talking
Cleveland
about.
fan.
Okay.
I'm happy to hear that it goes the other way around sometimes.
That's
I'm
right.
sick of seeing you tell, like, waving people around here.
Anyways, we'll be back in the We Like Sports podcast after this. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
If you're
bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. Bored in the house and I'm in the house bored.
why not play with your balls? Our sponsor today, Manscaped, is here to make sure your balls are smooth while you or your partner are playing with them. Manscaped promotes clean hygiene when it comes to shaving your balls thanks to their Lawnmower 3.0. So a little side note, have you ever cut your balls while shaving them? I have, and that is painful. I would not ever do that again, and I would never shave my balls if it wasn't for Manscaped, because once I started using Manscaped, I no longer had to worry about the bleeding anymore. Also, for any new subscribers, you end up getting replacement blades refilled for your Lawnmower 3.0 trimmer delivered to your door every 3 months, making sure your trimmer always stays fresh and clean. And for a limited time, subscribers get not only 1, but 2 free gifts: the Shed Travel Bag, which is a $39 value, and the high-patented, high-performance, anti-chafing Manscaped Boxer Briefs. This is the perfect package for your perfect package. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code SPORTSWITHAZ at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at Manscaped, and use the code SPORTS. Make playing with your balls the best part of your day. Thanks, Manscaped.
Need to spice up your website? Grab some attention on your Facebook page? Need an intro, outro for your YouTube channel? KM Voice will do it all. Pump up your profits and add some video advertising on your channel. Add some fire to your marketing campaign. Do you want to advertise on the radio and want a professional to handle your audio? Well, guess what? We do that too. From writing the script to producing the finished product, we take the pain out of advertising. Need to add voice to your company's training video? Yep, leave it to us. Send us a message on Facebook at KM Voice or give us a call at 440-213-2860. That's 440-213-2860. Production doesn't have to be a hassle. We give you the best because you deserve the best. Send us a message or call now.
Welcome back to the We Like Sports podcast with
Peyton, Riggs, Austin, and Keith.
son of a
Biscuit.
Well, when we last left off, we were talking about LeBron James and his son having a bonding moment.
What's his son's name?
I want to say his name's like Bronny.
Yeah, that's actually right.
Yeah, and I know
That's
he
his
has
actual real name.
Yeah, and I know he has a
Bronny.
junior, and then he has a daughter named Zuri or something like that.
Yeah, Zaire, I think.
Something like that. We'll figure it out.
But anyways,
Absolutely
though,
horrible.
the backstory, Keith, shut your mouth. I can't even be mean to you. You're just such good friends with Peyton Hillis. I just
oh my god.
man. But that does save some things though, like money.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah. Anyways, with I almost said Peyton Hillis because the distraction, the Madden cover giveaway with him.
Right, we are doing. Yeah, that's right. We're doing a Madden cover.
Yes,
giveaway.
Madden cover giveaway, everybody.
So if you listen to, I'll segue it. If you listen to
that was your T-ball.
That was my bad. So if you listen to We Like Sports. If you listen to Moving the Chains. If you listen to Moving the Chains with myself and Peyton Hillis every Tuesday night, you'll be able to win a Madden cover signed by Hillis himself, which is pretty cool. I know a lot of people are pumped up about it.
Heck yeah.
You gotta follow me at KeithMigra1 on Twitter and for a chance to win it. So we're gonna announce the winner Tuesday, and then we'll figure out when to give it out and stuff and mail it and stuff.
And just to clarify, with the Madden cover, it's not just any Madden cover, it's the one where Peyton Hillis is the Madden cover athlete.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not that stupid.
You never know.
Yeah, we're gonna do a Troy Polamalu, cover.
Oh, I don't think.
What year was that? Was it 16?
That was 2008.
Yeah.
Oh man.
2008. Him and Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah, the split cover. Because and
then they ended up in the Super Bowl that same year.
Yeah, man.
The non-Madden curse right there. But anyways, going back to the whole entire Bronny thing and LeBron James. So Bronny was playing a little bit of 2K with his friend, and then something unexpected happened. It's a two-part clip. The first one is going to be what happens, and then the second one will be somebody's reaction.
Who is that, Bronny?
That's his friend. Bronny's friend.
What's good, bro?
It's LeBron?
He said, is this LeBron?
Yo, first of all, I gotta say, gigantic fan, I love you. I don't want to be a fanboy, but like, I love you.
Nah, it's all respect, man. I appreciate it, man.
And look,
appreciate it. Showing love and respect to me and my son.
That's right. Look, listen, me and B, we swept them, and we did it for Cleveland.
I love it.
Do you see how it goes hand in hand now?
Sir. Nice meeting you, man.
Hey, nice meeting you.
Keep it going, all right?
Yeah, all right, bro.
How it was kind of like we talked earlier about LeBron's return in 2014.
Yeah.
And this kid ends up saying, well, me and B, we were playing 2K, and we won with Cleveland, and we did it for Cleveland. What did LeBron say in 2016 when they won the finals? Yep. Cleveland, this is for you. Here's the kid's reaction, though. This is very, like, not necessarily heart-wrenching, but it's like pure emotion. It's very unique.
Sure.
Hold on, bro. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
And, like, that's the thing. Like, that was the exception there. We're trying to go PG a little bit more, but, like, that kind of reaction right there, it's like you can't bleep that out.
No, you can't. You can't fix that.
It's pure reaction. Like, that's literally like, oh, like, if it's any other, like, father, or, like, if, like, we're fathers, like Keith, and, like, he finds out, like, his son's friend finds out that this is Peyton Hillis' friend, and but anyways, but, like, you hop on and, like, you're just an everyday guy, and then you have somebody like Peyton Hillis himself, for example, that hops on, and it's like, man, like, you guys know each other, or you're related, or, like, the best case, like, you don't usually expect, because of the athlete, especially somebody like LeBron, to be like, you know what? Well, Bronny's going to the bathroom. I'm going to hop on 2K really quick and just talk to this kid and F with him.
That's cool.
That's probably his mindset, though. Just a dad being a dad, having a good time.
I would be asking LeBron so many questions. What size shoe do you wear? Do you have any of your MVP or finals trophies just hanging up in your house? Do you have any animals? What do you eat? What did your wife make today? When's the last time you spanked your children when they messed up? Like, I don't know. Like, I would have a conversation with him like he's one of my boys. Like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll give you a minute. You know, go talk to your son. Oh, yeah, this is my cat, LeBron. Oh, let me put her on camera. Remember her? This is your uncle, LeBron. Remember? You know what I'm saying? I would do that. Like, I would talk to him like I know how I talk to y'all.
What, that, y'all? How we talk to y'all? All right,
yeah,
all right.
Got that Hillis in me. Accent, that is.
Whoa!
I love
you didn't have to clarify.
I love to see reactions like that, but unfortunately for myself, I've never been the type of person that really gets like starstruck. I'm sure I would have had a reaction similar, but I've just never really been a guy who got literally starstruck over athletes growing up. I don't know why, but I don't know if I thought I was always gonna be one someday or what it was. But
maybe you're just
never.
A big
I just
shot.
never did. But
yeah, maybe you're. A big shot,
I love talking. I was like you. I'd have a regular conversation. I think, and you know, I think that would be.
You asked a lot of questions.
You did.
But
You didn't even say this is Riggs from the We Like Sports podcast, LeBron.
No. I would talk to my ace, LeConte. What's happening?
Whoa, government name.
Wow.
Damn.
Need to know. But have you
A
ever
need to know name basis.
Have you ever like met a professional athlete where like, cause me, I've met okay, I'm gonna tell you the story. I've met Vince McMahon, owner, chairman, CEO, whatever you want to call it, for wrestling entertainment twice. I'm not bragging. I've just been that lucky. When I've met him, I promise you, I've seen his aura, and it was like white with a little mixture of some orange, and he had a very strong handshake. I'm dead serious. I've seen his aura. I was like, oh my God, that's him. That's him.
I was thinking the Step Brothers quote. Oh my God, I had the old bull.
You remember the Godfather from wrestling?
Yeah, that guy.
Let's just say on a specific date dated 420, I partook with him in some recreational activities.
You guys cut the front lawn, right? With the grass?
Yeah, some recreational activities.
Wow.
And I just hung out with him, and he's like, hey, I checked this out. I brought it from Las Vegas.
So it was good.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely.
Brandon, where you at when we need you?
But yeah, it's like I've just had some like really unique experiences like that I don't know, I don't get so starstruck. I feel like that's why I like getting the chance to interview guys and talk to guys. And I did fanboy a little bit over Peyton Hillis because I did feel like he looked at me when he scored that touchdown.
Yeah, because that's what your mom said to you, right?
No, I was there with my buddy.
But anyways, Keith, we'll get to you after me, obviously, because you're always last. But when like meeting somebody, famous athlete-wise, professional athlete, whatever, somebody bigger than life that you don't expect to usually meet. I ended up getting the chance to meet Goldberg. And, like, I was so pumped because I'm like, this is Bill Goldberg.
Former Atlanta Falcon.
This is, former Atlanta Falcon, former WCW 195-0 dude streak, and then he's in WWE, and then he has a TV show with Pink Slips or whatever, he had that racing show.
And he was in Universal Soldier.
Now he's doing Forged in Fire.
And, my mom was such a big fan that, I don't even want to out her, but she did her research on that man to see if he was single. and she was like, that's my man, I'm gonna move. I'm like, all right, have fun going down to Atlanta.
ATL.
And literally right when it happened.
If you're looking for me, homie, I'm in the ATL.
Okay. But with Goldberg though, you did the wrestling pose with the fist, and Goldberg's face, his fist was bigger than my face.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is not normal. For one, you got scuba sunglasses on that you're diving deep sea.
True that.
And you have your fist that is the size of my head.
It's probably the size of my Uncle Murphy's prostate.
Yeah, probably.
It's just huge.
Why do you know Uncle Murphy? Never mind.
Man. Rick's just crying.
John, I'm telling you.
But anyways, though,
Ryan is listening. You know Ryan. He said he's gonna walk down here and kick your. He's gonna start fighting.
Man,
Speaking of Ryan,
did he go for a jog earlier?
What is his podcast?
Dudes being dudes.
No, that's what it's like. What is the name of his podcast? We'll just blink it out. It's Oh for F's Sake.
Yeah.
Check out his podcast because it's awesome.
When is that?
He just releases it. I don't know.
Releases
Get
it
a
when he
hold of
plays
Keith Miger1 at twitter.com, and if you want to listen to For OF's Sake, get a hold of him.
Yeah.
I guess it's like Viva La Bam, but better.
Wow. What
Man.
Wow.
I thought it was Living Color.
Okay.
You guys are about to break me today. I swear to God. How do you even know about that show? That's the funny part.
Why do you know? What do you mean? Why do we know about
Not him. No, him. He's younger. That. If he was at Showtime at the Apollo, I would have flipped this table.
I remember that show. I remember that.
In urban neighborhoods. All right.
Ryan just said champions don't run. That's right. Remember that. It's a true statement.
They crawl.
That's right.
But anyways, though, with the Goldberg story, literally after meeting him, I called up my mom, and I'm like, hey, Mom, I met your husband.
Wow.
And, obviously a running joke. So I'm like, there's no way that you actually have a chance. I'm like,
wow, what a horrible thing to say to your mother.
He's too famous.
But still, I want to boost Mama's confidence.
What are you going to say about your mom?
And then I wonder why I'm single. What the hell?
Yeah, right? Your mom is a very, very nice looking woman. She's awesome. Yes.
So if you're listening, Mom, I don't know.
You're a very beautiful woman, Mrs. Vince. Unfortunately, you couldn't give any of the looks to your son.
Wow.
Damn, God. Oh, this is getting real.
Are we gonna talk sports or what?
We are.
No,
Right.
I feel like this is just like
Let's
catching
talk
Riggs
sports.
off guard.
It is.
But like, anyways, before we end up getting into the rest of basketball,
Is he tan?
what? Who said is he tan?
Our producer.
Damn it, Tyler. Kyle Korver, is he tan?
Inside jokes here on the We Like Sports podcast.
You knew if you were watching. Anyways, Wednesday 7:30 to 9:30, Facebook.com. Mondays 3:30 to 4:30, Twitter.com/Periscope. Working on a little bit of each. If you end up missing it on Twitter from that time frame, it'll be linked to our Facebook page, so check that out. As well as Thursdays, 9 a.m., Apple, Google, Spotify, Stitcher, and Anchor. You could listen to the replay of the We Like Sports podcast, as well as our YouTube page, which is We Like Sports Podcast. Make sure to subscribe. That'll be uploaded on 9 a.m. on Thursday. I almost said Wednesday. I literally skipped a day in my head. We're backwards. I don't know.
Good.
Anyways, sports, right? So, back in 2019, we hit on this topic last year. Damn. Last week, it was last year, the 2019 NBA Finals, and what transpired was obviously the Raptors ended up beating the Golden State Warriors. Finally, justice happened. Well, in Game 1 of the NBA Finals, Drake's obviously, and I mean, you even mentioned it earlier, Drake's obviously the super fan of the Toronto Raptors.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, he decided to do a little bit of trash talking.
Of course.
He decided to do a little bit of trash talking with Draymond Green after Game 1, when the Raptors ended up beating the Warriors. And actually, our producer, he's going to end up pulling up a clip too, and it's actually going to be Drake jawing back and forth with Draymond Green in Game 1 of the NBA Finals for 2019. So
I hope it's not the one where they made the meme about how he's just smiling like this. Like,
no, he's literally saying like, "Hey man, you suck."
Really?
Something of that sort. But like, that's Draymond Green, like a man that is notorious
for trash talking, being rude,
and then you
having
have
an ugly shot, people saying I look like you.
You don't look like Draymond.
People say I used to look like Draymond. I promise you.
Really?
Yep, I got called Draymond Green a lot.
That's awful.
But like you have Draymond Green, which is the big time trash talker. I mean, didn't he lose his cool in Game 6, Game 5 of the NBA Finals with the Cavs?
He's an idiot. Like he's an idiot. He's not good.
And then you have like a pop singer in Drake that's like, "Hey man, you suck. I'm making millions. You're making millions. Sucking."
I truly just believe that Draymond Green just got very lucky with the position he was in Golden State. And I think
because I mean, he's a second round pick too.
He's not. You saw him this year. I mean, what did Golden State do when a team was built around just him?
Yeah, they
They
nothing.
did nothing. Last place.
Yeah.
In last place, they were below the Cavs.
So, and it proves how like LeBron can take a team from nothing to something by himself, and Draymond Green couldn't even do it. So it shows you who you know who's
It
better.
shows the level of athleticism when it comes to James. But you can't even. I don't even think you can compare the two. In all honesty.
No.
I mean,
You're
I
comparing
don't
the
think-
best. You're comparing one of the best in the world to the guy who's maybe the fourth best player on one of those teams.
To Donkey.
He's a jackass. That's all he is. Like you can.
Wow, that
compare,
just
like,
worked out perfect. I said donkey, and you say
Yeah,
jackass. 'Cause
yeah.
remember, they always said, "Oh, why does Draymond Green look like Donkey from Shrek?"
Yeah, he does.
Jimmy Fallon, late night tweets or whatever. I'm pretty sure that was one of them. But anyways, here's the clip of Drake lipping off to Draymond Green.
Yeah, that is
So, like, obviously, you're just reading his lips.
trash. Yeah.
But yeah, he's literally just saying, like, trash.
He just
You are like trash.
that
Like,
seemed so polite, trash talking.
well, they are from Canada.
with the smile, you know, like
You're trash. You're trash, you hoser.
I remember Drake. It was
all this
the
about.
the 2018 or 17 finals. Remember when Kendrick Perkins and Drake were getting at it?
Yeah.
Because I thought Kendrick Perkins was going to pound Drake into the
Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, I thought Kendrick Perkins was going to destroy Drake, and I'm like, dude, sit your hotline bling self down before you get your neck rang.
Wow.
You know, like exactly.
How'd that battle go with Meek Mill and him too?
Who's Meek?
Just
Rap battle.
Yeah, he's a rapper.
I got a little question for you, gentlemen. If you think just with how well Toronto did in 2019 when they got Kawhi, and how they lost to the Cavs every single year before that in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Do you think the Cavs would have been in nearly as many finals, if any, if Kawhi Leonard was on the Raptors for those years?
Yeah, I think they still would have, but I don't think it would have.
So you're saying LeBron versus Kawhi Leonard?
It would be LeBron versus Kawhi Leonard instead of DeMar DeRozan.
Then yes.
All those years.
I still think LeBron would have been able to push through it. Right? I mean, I think so.
Yeah, like I'm thinking that because I'm looking back to like Spurs versus LeBron when it was like Kawhi Leonard on the Spurs with LaMarcus Aldridge, and I feel like Kevin Love is a little bit better than LaMarcus Aldridge. So if you break it down like position to position, I'd have to say I think LeBron ends up handling it. But I mean, it's a good question because you end up actually thinking, and what if? The famous thing in Cleveland, what if? And like sometimes, I'm following them on Instagram, and honestly it's like Hoop Central, and it's like the perfect offseason, and they're doing like all 30 teams. They ended up having, they don't have the Cavs out yet, but they have like Kevin Love got traded back to the Timberwolves for like Kelly Oubre. Like it was like two subpar players, and it's like I want to see where you go from here, because obviously like you're thinking Kevin Love's out. You're thinking draft pick here, so probably Obi Toppin from Dayton. Because I haven't seen him on like any like lineup whatsoever, and then you still have what you got, and it's like it's very interesting, and it's looking into the future, and it's like playing sports GM while we're on hold.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like, okay, let's say if LeBron was still in the Eastern Conference while Kawhi Leonard was with the Toronto Raptors. Who do you trust at the last second with the ball in the hand? I would say LeBron James, because I felt like
I don't know about that.
Kawhi got the shot, but look how it bounced in. And you had that anticipation moment that,
but that turned out to be such a good sports moment, though.
Right, but true. I don't know.
And it was such an off-balance shot, too. I mean,
it was a prayer.
Ridiculous.
It was a prayer.
You just put it
like
back
it's
close.
like Aaron Rodgers, and what the hell is the tight end for Green Bay when
the
he chucks
Rodgers.
it? Yeah,
Richard Rodgers.
And he chucks it 80 yards with the Hail Mary.
Funny story about that game.
You were there.
I know. I'm hanging at the bar.
Like Matt Walsh.
If you're everywhere.
Honestly, we're gonna have a shirt. Austin Howard. I was there.
No, so we're
the moon landing. I was
chicken
there.
wings up at the bar. It's a Thursday night, football. And I made a bet with my buddy. I'm like, Aaron Rodgers is so great that they're gonna make a decent drive. They only had like 40 seconds. And they got the ball at like the 14-yard line. Something stupid. So I bet my buddy a shot that Aaron Rodgers would get the ball at least past the 50-yard line in those 40 seconds.
Right.
He's on the 34, 35, whatever. 3 seconds left. I'm like, order up 2 shots, please. And then Rodgers throws that bomb and gets the touchdown, so I won the bet.
There you go.
That's crazy. Like looking at it from that perspective, because like not only you as an individual making sports bets like that, but like what about like if you were like a fly on a wall at any bar, and like you see like all these crazy bets, like like Cavs versus Warriors when they're down 3-1. How much people I'll bet you 8 shots the Cavs are gonna come back from 3-1, and it's like you like sit at every game at the bar downtown, and you're seeing all this like momentum building.
Because when it comes to those bets, you got the homers and the diehards betting against the realists, and it's exciting to see the realists lose sometimes.
Yeah.
Because you know how many bets I lose because I'm a Browns fan. I'm like, no, they got it this week. Come on, let's bet.
Right.
Yeah.
And I get disappointed mostly, but it's exciting to see something like that actually happen for the homer.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too often, I mean, at least from a Cleveland point of view, that you don't end up actually having, like, the homer win.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the fact that the Cavs ended up coming from 3-1 is a huge, huge thing.
Sure,
First time ever, nobody said it.
Right. I'm going to have to bring my replica Cavs championship ring on this show.
I believe it was
You should pawn
on
it.
this day, they were down 3-1. On this day, in 2016, they were down 3-1.
And then
you might be right.
Yeah, that's fine. And then Ty Lue said, look, if you guys don't think we're going to win, don't get your butt on this plane.
Yeah.
And then the money in the ceiling, too.
Yeah, that was a great story.
Oh, man.
I love that.
Woo. I'll play my heart off.
And, like, the
That
fact,
much money.
too, remember that they had the Believeland documentary, and it pretty much ended with, like, they're the mistake on the lake, no rings. And then, like, 2 weeks after the NBA Finals, when they win the championship.
They re-edited it.
Yeah, and they re-edited it, and it's like, man, like, they literally, 2 weeks before, was like, doubting Cleveland 100%. Like, what were the odds? Obviously pretty good, because I'm sure that they ended up, like, building this up for that time frame, and they're like, well, we have this documentary, Cleveland's in the finals, so let's push it right in between the finals games. Like, let's play it here. And then the fact that you have the realists ends up losing, and you have the homers win, and you get the rings, you get the parades, you get all this, and like you got LeBron uncensored too that night.
Yeah,
because he was not holding back.
No, why would he?
Right.
He did the one
What's
thing
ironic though is that the TV cameras, like Fox Sports, they weren't like ready for it. Like they didn't like dump him whatsoever. Like as in like just taking like the like swear words out. Like he did not. Like they weren't ready. It was like
the dump button.
we
They
have
were
to
all
did it.
celebrating too.
Right, they're probably
think about it.
And if he got fined,
Right.
if LeBron got fined, you know how that is for him. Hey Riggs, give me a penny. That's my fine.
Someone probably said, "Dude, you just broke a 52-year drought. I got this, LeBron. How much does he owe?"
Yeah.
Dan Gilbert, imagine that.
He could have got $1 from everyone at that parade, and they would have paid his fine off.
So
Yeah.
No, I noticed him and Dan Gilbert didn't get along. It was the last Eastern Conference Finals game we had, and we beat the Celtics. And just the way he walked to the locker room and just shook his hand and didn't even make eye contact with the man, I'm like, uh-oh, there's problems right there.
And of course in Cleveland, we look at that too, and it's like, man, this isn't good.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't good. Our star's probably leaving.
Yep.
And then J.R. Smith in Game 1.
Man.
That just once that happened, I knew. Like if J.R. Smith doesn't do that in Game 1,
What do you think that comes from, Riggs?
He thought we was up because he was do. Making a joke saying he was under the influence.
Right. I also blame George Hill for not making a free throw.
That's on him.
He looks like a bobcat.
You're a 90. He does. But you're a 90% free throw shooter.
You should be making
that.
Kyle Korver didn't even show up in that final season either. I'm sorry. He didn't show up.
Yeah.
I miss Matthew Dellavedova that year. Like, it's just...
Imagine what the differences could have been if you ended up like not bringing him back after the rebuild period. So, I know that we end up having our guest Gabby at 8:30. That is happening. I do have a lot to hit on still. The MLB announcers being told that their 2020 road games, if the season happens, they're to be broadcasted at a local studio or a home ballpark in their studio with monitors, which we'll get everybody's deep dive opinion in that. I think that's pretty dumb. And then also the MLB Players Association proposes 89-game season with full prorated salary and expanded playoffs for the 18th proposal in the last 2 months.
And it just came out that the commissioner of baseball just said about 25 minutes ago that there will be an MLB season.
Good, because he also has that power too. They ended up mentioning that like, and I hope it's not like, we talked about this briefly Monday, but I hope it's not like a 50-game season. Although I'm not going to like whine and complain because I still get 50 games.
Better than nothing.
Exactly. But it's not what I'm looking forward to.
It's not like what we want.
But we'll be back on the We Like Sports podcast. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at We Like Sports PC. Our Facebook page, Facebook.com/We Like Sports. I'll get it right eventually. And then the Instagram page is at We Like Sports PC as well. So give us a follow. While we end up doing this break, keep yourself busy. It's hot. Stay safe.
Manscaped.
Welcome back to the We Like Sports podcast. I'm friends with Peyton Hillis, and this is... I'm just kidding. All right, so who's joining us?
Wait, who are we with? Like, good. You're friends with Peyton Hillis, Peyton, Riggs, and Keith and Austin.
There you go.
Well, we have a guest today, everybody.
So this is Gabby. She's an overall Cleveland fan. We had Ellie before with the Pittsburgh side of things. This time around, it's a Pittsburgh person that's a Cleveland fan.
First of all, I gotta
Ohio
say
person,
thank you.
just
I
in
have to say
Pittsburgh.
thank you. Thank you so much for being from Pittsburgh and still repping Cleveland, because I'm sick of seeing all these Pittsburgh fans stuck in our city, and it's just driving me insane. So thank you. I'm so happy that it goes both ways.
Well, I'm from Ohio though, so.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's what they all say. They all have like a cousin that lives in Pittsburgh or something.
Yeah, but like I'm actually from Ohio. Like I lived there my whole life, but I'm just here now. Unfortunately.
Question: why'd you move? Just out of curiosity.
I work here.
Oh, there you go. I guess that's a good reason.
Yeah, they pay me to be here.
Pittsburgh has like these nice yellow bridges that I see on like TV shows, and I don't know, that's cool.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, and then like it's like this like trolley thing that's like climbs up a hill I've seen, and like this girl Snapchat.
Oh yeah, I live like you know that thing that you go up.
Yeah.
And there's the top part. I live right at the top of there.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, so like when I go for like a run every day, I see all of fucking shitty Pittsburgh. Sorry, I don't know if I'm
we're trying to be gentlemen for you, and then it's just.
I'm sorry, and I just said it. I'm sorry. Just
Man.
You're good. You're good.
Well, I mean, we
Whoa,
already
I'm so
hit that
sorry.
earlier with Bronny's friend's reaction saying
Yeah.
that. So
Whoa.
You just cost us like 6 sponsors.
No,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Trust me, I tried to get a sponsor that was like a wine company, and they said you're a little bit too much. And I said, that's fucking fine. I'll never get your wine again.
Well, there you go. There you go. That's right.
There you go. All right, so speaking about wine, do you ever go come back to Cleveland for any Browns game and do any tailgating? And if so, do you prefer wine over beer?
Oh, no, I just told you I'm never going to drink wine.
Oh.
Yeah, what a bad question. Like, you're a girl. What kind of wine?
No,
do you like?
I said when you go tailgating, do you prefer beer or wine?
Oh, beer, duh.
Yes,
excellent.
I found it. I went to the Browns game against Seattle, and someone handed me a White Claw while we were tailgating, and I said
that
no.
shit in the trash. Yeah.
Oh,
throw it
what
away.
trash?
White Claws suck.
Wow.
Yes.
Then we need to like
White
quote
Claws
that.
suck.
Right, it's bad. It's nasty.
They're not good. They're not good.
I'm not a White Claw. You let me guess. You like White Claw.
He does.
Yep. Oh my
He
God.
does.
Well, what flavor?
Asperger's what I had at the bar on Saturday.
No, because that's not a drink, and I don't want to embarrass you any more than it already is.
He did not have a White Claw at the bar on Saturday.
What do you have? A fruit punch?
No.
Kinda.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go to?
Hooli House.
Right off Tiedemann.
Okay.
I figured like Cleveland, Ohio. He had a Mike's Hard.
Oh my God.
And you know what I added
the
afterwards too?
Your balls?
All right. No, I said I'm a bitch.
He did.
Okay. So Cleveland sports. Why? I mean, obviously you're from. I'll take the show back. So obviously you're from Cleveland, or I don't know if you're from Cleveland, but you're from Ohio. So the Browns, the Cavs, Indians. Out of all three, what do you like the best?
Besides Peyton Hills.
Cavs.
Will you shut up?
Cavs have always been my favorite team, but right now, like I can't stand them right now. Like I think about them, and I get so mad. But they've always been my favorite.
Nice. Who is your favorite Cleveland sports athlete of all time?
LeBron James, hands down.
Okay.
I can't pick anybody else. Like, how can you pick someone else?
Well, see, I had his partner in crime, Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, see, I got
Oh my God, I loved Kyrie so much. I did, but he broke my heart into a million pieces, and I don't think I can ever get over it.
Right.
You seem like a Kevin Love type of chick.
No.
No?
Stop it.
No. Man.
My favorite person on the Cavs right now, I would say Chetty Osman.
There you go.
Okay.
Nice.
But he's a real cute guy, so I think that's why.
That sucks for us ugly people.
Yeah, tell me about it.
That's why I have to announce I'm friends with Hillis afterwards. I get it now. I see what you're trying to do.
It's like stepping your game up. Anyways, friend of the show, Ellie, ended up asking a question too. Obviously, NFL related, Browns related. She asked, which draft pick are you most excited to see next season for the Browns?
Peoples-Jones.
Peoples-Jones, I like that. I think that was a steal in the 7th round or 6th round.
I think so too.
That was definitely a steal, I think. It'll be interesting to see how he works with the new Kevin Stefanski system. So that'll be good to see how he fits in there, because I think he's got a lot of talent, and I have no idea why he dropped so far. So
I think
that's a good choice.
Right?
I know why. I know why he dropped.
Why?
2 words. Actually, however many words this is, because I'm putting more in there now. That weird ass man that wears the damn khakis, Jim Harbaugh. That's why he dropped so low.
Absolutely.
Jim Harbaugh.
Wow.
I like Jim Harbaugh. I mean, I don't know. He's okay.
No, he's not.
Is Jim Harbaugh the worst coach in the Big Ten?
Just kidding.
I don't think so.
Who's the worst?
I don't even know who the worst
Whoever coaches Rutgers, I don't know who coaches them.
Yeah, Rutgers is pretty bad.
No, I
Oh,
feel
you go to
bad for them.
Rutgers? I'm sorry, that's like
mean. That's
Tri-C.
mean. Yeah, that was mean. I don't mean that. See, I don't hate on college football because I just want them all to do well and I want them all to get a paycheck.
Right.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Now this whole Corona thing. So how have you been like handling the Corona situation?
Oh my God, it's been so awful. It has been so boring. It's been so boring.
Yeah, we don't social distance, so I don't know. I
was for a while, but now everything's open. So if it's open, I'm gonna go.
Right. You plan?
It's kind of bad to say. It's kind of bad to say, but like I just can't not do it.
Right? Yeah, I'm with you.
If someone says, hey, we're going to go get bottomless mimosas. We're going at this time. And if I don't go, I just will feel really bad if I skip.
Sure. I'm with you. So what about you? Do you think, so you coming back to Cleveland for any games?
I'm going to go on my birthday. Yeah, I'm going to go on my birthday for the home opener.
Oh, well,
Nice.
My bad. I gotta know. Damn.
Were you in Cleveland when we won the NBA Finals, or did you go to the parade at all?
Both.
You both? Nice. How did you feel about that series when we were down 3-1?
How did I feel when we were down 3-1?
Yeah, did you think it was over? Were you just going to go for the ride with the series?
I thought it was over. And then they won one game. I'm like, oh my God, don't freak out. But like maybe.
Right?
So they just kept winning, and then I started crying. So
I just didn't want Golden State to win a second championship on our court.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, because I don't like that.
That would have just made it. That would have made it worse.
Doesn't it make you feel so much better that they suck too at the same time?
Oh, yeah.
Just a little bit.
Gotcha. Absolutely.
Yeah, it makes me feel a lot better.
Yeah, I'm so happy they're bad, because if they're bad, that means I don't have to compare ourselves to them. We don't have to compare to them anymore.
Right.
So it's like, all right, they both suck. We're good. Let's move on. Go Tribe.
Exactly.
If that ever happens.
Do you have a favorite Cleveland Browns player on the team currently?
Yeah.
Who was that?
I have a couple. I have some that are they're like my guys now because we communicate and do sports stuff. So they're my favorite people.
Cool.
So I like Mr. Scottish Hammer, great guy. Higgins, really great guy. And Austin Cyborg. Those are all my Cleveland Browns guys.
Nice.
But like if there's someone else, I would say Miles because he's just sick.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you think about Mayfield?
Yeah. I like him, but he could do better.
You think so? Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Like, Mayfield's going to have to come out. He either matures or he doesn't. It seems like he did on the offseason. It seems like, actually through all this COVID crap, that he didn't talk to the media, and when he did talk to the media, it was all local media. He didn't go to, ESPN and start blabbering. It was all Cleveland media. Yeah. And like we were talking about that on the show Tuesday, how he, actually, not to be funny, but Hillis thinks that as long as they stay the course that they're going to be a tough team with Baker as the leader.
I hope.
Yeah, so
God, I hope.
Right. I think if they can pull it together, it's hard watching that. And you're in Steelers town watching it.
What's wrong with Steelers
it's
town?
so hard.
A lot of things.
How is that being a Cleveland Browns fan living in Pittsburgh? Like, do you get a lot of crap? Because I'd be sitting in a Pennsylvania holding cell if I were you with all those hoo-has.
Well, okay, Steve, I've been in like 2 different phases of this. So, my first year, I've been here for 2 years. So my first year living here, Baker rookie year, everyone's like, every Steelers fan like, oh yeah, we like him, like, good for you guys. You guys are going to be so good soon. And they were like positive. They were really supportive. And remember when they were playing the Ravens for their very last game and they were chanting, let's go Browns in Heinz Field.
Yeah. Because
and everybody loved it.
Yeah, we did.
They were so nice. Everybody was so nice. So then this year, show up in an Odell jersey and I got beer cans thrown at my head. So
That's
like,
messed up.
What the hell?
I would throw a Heinz bottle at their face.
That's nuts.
Hey,
that's what I'm saying. I'll tell you what happened.
No, why don't you defend those kind of actions?
No, because it's just the fandom between the two. Because I mentioned before that in Cleveland at a Browns game as a Steelers fan during the wintertime, I was literally nudged by a car on the way out.
You're a dude, she's a chick.
That's fair.
There's a difference. No, I was at the game, the Browns-Steelers game, and there was one play, and I was kind of in the front, and I couldn't really see because there was someone in front of me, so I stood up to look and see what happened, and some old grumpy douchebag man behind me says, hey, sit your fat ass down and shut the fuck up.
Oh my God.
I turn around and look at this guy, and I'm like, go fuck yourself. And then he threw a beer at me, and some lady looks at me and says, there's children here. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Wow. See, that's crazy.
My only
He's like, there's little kids here. I'm like,
I went
shove your Ben jersey up your...
I went to a Browns Steelers game in Pittsburgh before, and as we were leaving the stadium, This girl, I was wearing obviously a Browns jersey, and this girl was holding the door open for me. And I say, "Oh, thank you," and she just looks at me and goes, "Yeah, I should have slammed it in your face."
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
Wow,
That's horrible.
okay.
You got nudged by a car. You whiny little bitch. She got a beer can thrown at her head. So shut up.
You probably walked in front of it.
Right?
I got nothing.
It happens. I get it. So are you a Tribe fan too? Like, are you diehard Indians, or just is it strictly?
Yeah,
like
but they
Browns?
piss me off.
Why?
Because baseball sucks.
No, it
Oh my God, that hurt my heart. I don't know what to do.
Okay, I like baseball. I do like baseball, but like it could be so much better. And how they're doing everything right now is so pathetic.
Yeah, I agree with
It's
you. on
so
that.
bad. Like they literally could have been playing
Yes.
yesterday,
Yeah, no,
and they won't do it because they're so greedy.
Yeah.
They need a salary cap.
Yes, baseball needs a salary cap. That's I've been saying that for
And like
years.
the
Baseball
Dolans
needs
are
salary
so
cap.
bad. The Dolans are so bad collectively across all things they do. As the senator, as an owner for the Indians, for
Yeah.
the Knicks, probably all their grandkids. Bad.
That's right.
Wow.
Listen to that. The
Wow.
only thing is
I
she's
agree.
saying the same stuff I said.
I heard that they're cheap.
You just didn't hit the family, though.
Oh, that's true. I didn't. That's true. But I mean, you're right. That's the same stuff. Look, I'm a diehard Indians fan. I'm missing baseball right now, and it's because of these greedy idiots who are out there bitching
Greedy
about
idiots.
the salary.
The child's game.
And I used to be on the owner's side, and now I'm sitting there going, dude, come on. You have the money. Just freaking pay them.
Just like pay them. And
Yeah.
what sucks is like they can't even like they can go to like alternative things, but they can't like apply for another job because they're in a contract. Like they can get like endorsements and all these other things, but they can't get another job, so they can't get any income.
Right.
Like think about all the people in like the minors. That sucks.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
we've hit that point before with the minor
I think
leagues.
minor leagues, you can get like 40,000 a year, and that's it.
Not even.
Not anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Not even
20,000
that.
a
You
year.
get like maybe like $300, $400 a week.
Yeah,
That
it sucks,
sucks.
dude. You're like, I mean,
If you're in
That's
low
waiting
ball,
tables
yeah.
money.
no, well, yeah,
Yeah.
even if you get into double A, you're still like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not good. You
You're
get
like
into
living with
AAA,
a
it's
family. You're not by yourself. You're
not- yeah, it's designed, dude. Baseball, especially like we've talked to minor leaguers on here though.
Yeah.
that have said the same thing. You know, we got to start paying these people. And I mean, granted, I get it why they don't make the millions because you want to get into the show. I
but
understand that.
still.
But if you can't get into the
Something.
show and you can't survive to get into the show, what's going to happen? You know what I mean? Like, how are you going to survive that? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and then you like risk your whole like life. Basically, that's your career. And then what do you do after that? Like some people get drafted out of high school and then they just stay in the minors. They don't have like a college degree.
That's right.
And then go a step further too. Look at minor league. Like no matter what injuries happen at any level, if you have to pay for a Tommy John surgery at a minor league level with $400 a week, have fun.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure their insurance covers most of it. All right,
But still, like you still have a copay.
Right. And I'm sure that needs to be taken into consideration. But when you're looking at what the Players Association is asking for, and you look at what the MLB commissioners, or not even the commissioner, what the MLB is doing, I understand why the 94 strike happened. It pissed me off, but I get it. Now we're sitting here 2020. We've already played a damn bullcrap game of Jumanji. I just want to get baseball back. Like, that's all I want. We played Jumanji. We lost Jumanji. Let's get baseball back, and let's end it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I feel like baseball would be better with less games.
You think so?
Yes,
I could
there's
agree
way
with
too
that.
many. Do you watch?
Really?
Do you
I'd
watch
say maybe
every game?
130, 120.
I mean, what's
a couple
the
more
point?
often.
So is that so you're saying 130 just the regular season, not including
regular
play-
season? 100, drop it. You can
Yeah,
drop 30.
I'm saying drop it to like 50.
50?
No, no. People are just the bats are getting warmed up.
People just got in there.
Yeah, but like think about it. That would be the most. If baseball only had 50 games, or like let's say 40 games, they played. I thought about this a lot. Like 20 double headers. That'd be pretty sick. Like kind of like the NFL, but make it double headers, and you only play like certain teams, and then you play like a certain conference, whatever. You know how they do it for the NFL. I think it would be the most popular sport.
Do you think
hands
so?
down.
I don't know, man.
Space it out like weekly too, though. Like I could see that. Like my head's thinking like weekly double headers.
Nope, I want
The
to.
Yeah,
only
like
problem-
once
the
a
only
week,
problem with
maybe
that is
twice
you'd
a
only
week.
need two really good starting pitchers. You wouldn't really
Yeah,
have the
that's
need
what
for...
you want. Like, why do you want to see some guy that's gonna get shelled in the ninth inning? That's the first baseman that's on the minor league team that they brought up yesterday because they used all their pitchers after like 500 innings.
I think I think that's hilarious. But B, I don't know, man. Like, the baseball is America's pastime. It's so, like, I have kids.
Yeah,
so
but
I'm
like,
hey, let's take them out there. There's always something to do.
You said it's America's pastime. Yeah, it's pastime.
Oh my gosh.
You need something else. I'm sorry, I'm just going in.
That's all right.
No, you're fine. Like, that's just.
So growing up in Ohio, did you play any sports growing up? And what was your favorite?
I played softball, and I played basketball, and I ran cross country, and I did stupid cheerleading.
There it is.
I rode a skateboard.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, I never played organized sports. I wish I did.
He does. He gets really depressed.
I like basketball the best, but I was best at softball, I guess.
Really?
Nice.
See, I played baseball.
Yeah, we were baseball
I played
players.
football for about an hour. That counts for anything.
2 days got to you.
No, 2 days didn't hit me. Some gigantic guy hit me once. My helmet fell off, and I was like, I like hitting baseballs better.
Did he get you from behind?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't a Steelers fan.
Oh, I love my life.
Anyways, another question, though, for you. Somebody ended up asking you on Twitter, how's it feel, and this hurts, not to have a good team in Cleveland like the Cavs or the Browns?
What?
How's it feel to not have a good team in the Cavs or Browns?
Right, and that they're talking to our guests.
Well, we already won a championship with the Cavs. We went to the finals for 4 years in a row. Not many teams can say that. We had a really good time. Fuck the Penguins for hockey because it sucks. And then the Browns, you know, I just won't even entertain it.
No,
Just won't even
the
bother.
thing is, you want to, can I take this one?
Yes.
Can I answer this guy? Screw you.
Yeah.
We are sitting here in Cleveland. In Cleveland, listen, I don't know where you're from, buddy. I don't really care. But we have sat through so much BS in this town and in this city that if you don't bleed orange and brown, or you do not care about the tribe, or you do not care about the Cavs, dude, I'll be honest with you, we really don't care about you. And I'm sorry you're on Twitter, but it's okay.
Right.
Yeah. But like what I'm saying, all these
There you
people,
go.
like no matter what you say about the Browns, it's not going to hurt us more than our own team has. So like, good try.
Yeah, good for you.
Like, I'm serious. When I'm an old man and my obituary, I want them to say he left behind 12 grandchildren and he is not a fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
You want
Hell
12
yeah.
kids?
That's what I
No,
want mine to say.
grandchildren.
You want your kid to have 12 kids?
Why not?
You can have like 2 and then 6.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter how you do the multiplication. I have 4 kids. Look at me.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, you can get it done in the future. They can.
Oh.
Yeah. They can do it.
Anyways, another question too. Somebody asked if anybody thinks that Kevin Stefanski looks like Joe Flacco, and then they said at least a
kind of
little
does.
bit.
Yeah, he kind of does. Kevin Stefanski is a really great looking guy. Like, if you look at his face, I'd see his face and I think, man, he could win some games. I could trust this guy with my life. He looks like the coach. Looks like a good coach. You look at Freddie Kitchens and you're not going to say, man, he's going to win some football games.
We all hyped him up, though,
We
like
did.
he was going to. Freddie Kitchen came here because Kitchens and Baker, and we made some BS acronym, and it came up, and we hyped them up.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess if we're going off facial expressions, yeah. I mean,
Well, did you hype up Johnny Manziel?
Yes.
Yeah, we hyped the guy
same
Manziel.
thing, same
We
thing.
were hyping him up while he's doing lines of coke in the Jack Casino bathroom. Of course we hyped him up. He was hyped up.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly he was
Anybody
doing
else
this.
for more
What's he
than
going to do,
2
sue
stars.
me?
Fact.
Yeah, Manziel isn't going to sue me. He's not smart enough.
Or tall enough. What is your favorite sports-related movie?
Field of Dreams.
Oh, that's really hard. I like We Are Marshall a lot.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know why I thought you were going to say the movie with the Flint Tropics with Will Ferrell.
Semi-pro?
I don't know why I thought you were going to say
I
semi-pro.
do like that movie.
Dude, yeah?
I do really like that movie.
What about Major League?
What's that one? Yeah, that's good. That's a good movie. What about I don't know if this classifies as a sports movie, but it's really funny. Blades of Glory. Funny
That's a
movie.
sports movie.
Yeah, skating could be.
I see.
But my favorite one is We Are Marshall.
There you go.
That's a good one.
What's your favorite sports movie?
My favorite sports movie, well, if you want to consider it, is Rocky 3.
That's a
with
sports
Sylvester
movie.
Stallone.
All right,
Yeah,
we're going more motivational.
that's actually my favorite movie of
Can I
all
ask you
time,
a
to be truly
question
honest.
about
But
Rocky?
huh?
Can I ask you a question about Rocky?
Yeah.
How do you feel about, because, it's like a fictional thing. He's not a real person. Well, he is, but his name's not Rocky.
Right.
How do you feel about them having a statue of that in Philly? a statue of a fictional athlete that they.
That's
I'm not
because
hating.
Philly. That's because Philly can't get a. That's because Philly can't get an actual person to be their leader, so they got to get Rocky.
What
They
about
almost got
Carson
LeBron.
Wentz?
They almost got.
They almost got
but
LeBron.
they didn't.
It just, how can I put this? It just shows you that you can have faith in almost anything that can motivate you, rather if it's real or not. I guess like that's. I never heard that question about. Should they
Riggs
have that
is trying to
statue?
go
Yeah.
deep right now. He's like,
Yeah.
I think it's okay. I think the guy motivates.
Well, because
me.
I
think
just know a lot of Pittsburgh people when they talk shit on Philly, they're like, "Well, you guys support a fictional character, and we have real people."
Yeah.
Oh, so that must be okay. That's a Pennsylvania thing they talk about. Okay.
I guess I've been here.
All right,
I've
let
been
us
here
ask
long
you this
enough,
question
I know.
too. For the 2016 NBA Finals, I mean, no matter who you are, as long as you are some kind of Cleveland Cavaliers fan, you'll always remember where you were at that night. Where were you at in 2016, June 20th, I think?
19.
Okay.
I wrote it on my shoebox because those are. I wrote. Yeah, never mind.
Okay, where was I at?
Yes.
Okay, so like the Q is right here, and then Progressive is like right here, and then there's like the big watch party TV, and I'm probably like here.
Did you pay to go in the watch party?
Did I myself?
Well, like in general, because I was on the
Was I
outside and
in
I ended
there?
up storming the
Yes.
castle.
I was in, out, around all of it.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, do you guys have any questions for Gabby before we let her go? It's almost time for our next break.
Is it already?
Yeah, already.
Wow.
Time flies
I know
when
I
you're having
couldn't
fun.
stop talking. I'm sorry.
You're good. No further questions, Your Honor.
What the hell?
Before we let you go, tell us where we could find you at on social media and where you'll be talking. Obviously, not too much baseball, but your theory about the 50-game
Hey,
theory.
I've talked to a lot of baseball people.
I'm a baseball
Okay.
person. Like I
But-
can't. I love it.
Where can we find you at?
On Twitter and on Instagram, both the same, at Gab Goudy, GABBGOUDY. That's it.
All right.
We'll pump you out. That'll be fun.
And before we go, serious question for you.
Oh, God.
Will you go out with me?
Oh my God! He just
Okay.
his girlfriend just broke up with him
Where are we
yesterday.
going? Where are we going? When are you picking me up? I'm in Pittsburgh. Come on, let's go.
Is that a yes?
Wow. Is that a yes? I don't know.
Yeah, pick me up in Pittsburgh right now.
I'll be there.
He's got to drop us off in Cleveland, but we'll make sure he gets there.
Okay, thanks.
All right, we'll see. I'll see you tonight.
Okay, I love that for me.
Can we please go to break now? We need to go to
Then
break.
we got it. Manscaped MLB The Show. We'll be right back here on the We Like Sports podcast.
Don't with me. Here I am, feeling good about myself, and we're back on the We Like Sports podcast. This is what happens when you're friends with Peyton Hillis, his friend. This is what happens when you know Austin that goes everywhere. He was there. Wherever it was, he was there.
He was, dude.
And then whenever you have a Riggs.
A Riggs. A good friend in Riggs.
Exactly.
And you're going to have a crazy moment. I'll install a swing for you.
Oh my God. She doesn't know about that.
Who?
Gabby.
We'll let her know.
Watch her still be on Zoom.
That'd be crazy.
Anyways, though, as we are back on the We Like Sports podcast, once again, we'll be with you until about 9:35, because I think for once we actually started on time or close to on time. Surprise,
Like
surprise.
2 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention to the clock. Anyways, though, Thursday mornings, 9 a.m., Apple, Google, Spotify, Stitcher, and Anchor. That would be where you could find the podcast at. As well as 9 a.m. YouTube, We Like Sports podcast. Subscribe, hit that bell, like it, do whatever you want. Not really surprisingly, but the kind of seeing where this Peyton Hillis situation came about.
Yeah.
The views for his video alone, we're getting likes and views, and usually it's just views, but we're getting likes. So
right.
a little bit more traction. Yeah. Hell yeah. So, again, also, Mondays, 3:30 to 4:30, Twitter, Periscope. We'll be on there at We Like Sports PC. Wednesdays, 7:30 to 9:30, our main event show of the week. I think that's safe to call it is, right?
Yeah.
Main event show.
Sure.
Because it's 2 hours compared to 1.
Right.
But we'll be on here Wednesdays, Facebook.com/We Like Sports PC. Anyways, as we get back to action, we did preview this on Monday when Keith was taking care of business. So this came about last Friday. Rodger Goodells he was one of the first ones to actually make a video statement about the whole entire Black Lives Matter issue going on and what's at hand. And you also have to remember, too, he was kind of not helpful in the situation with Colin Kaepernick. So keep this in mind when you end up actually watching this video along with us. So here's to Rodger Goodells, I guess.
Difficult time for our country, in particular, black people in our country. First, my condolences to the families of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and all the families who have endured police brutality. We, the National Football League, condemn racism and the systematic oppression of black people. We, the National Football League, admit we were wrong for not listening to NFL players earlier and encourage all to speak out and peacefully protest. We, the National Football League, believe Black Lives Matter. I personally protest with you and want to be part of the much-needed change in this country. Without black players, there would be no National Football League. And the protests around the country are emblematic of the centuries of silence, inequality, and oppression of black players, coaches, fans, and staff. We are listening. I am listening. And I will be reaching out to players who have raised their voices and others on how we can improve and go forward for a better and more united NFL family.
No comment on my end.
That's fair. But from the aspect, obviously Rodger Goodells is... So the thing is with like the whole entire statement to what ends up coming out is that Patrick Mahomes, who, if he has this much power, I think he's the new face of football. He was in a video on social media pretty much supporting Black Lives Matter, and then Rodger Goodells had to answer back because Patrick Mahomes, who's mixed, made his statement. He's 24. He's pretty much like the new face of football. And Rodger Goodells, I mean, obviously, I don't think he's faking that necessarily 100%. But the fact that this could be an opening movement for the fact that you have guys like Colin Kaepernick who have been abolished from the league.
Because he sucked. Sorry, I'm just going to get that out. It's because Kaepernick sucked. It had nothing to do with the fact that he's black. Go ahead.
He was better than half of the other starting quarterbacks in the league the last few years.
Kaepernick? He was awful!
I can name you 5 quarterbacks that he was better than. Jameis Winston, that's being one.
I can name you 10 quarterbacks that he was better than. But he was still fighting for... Look, he did... Oh, my God. Why?
This is what we were looking for. Go on. You got one, Jameis Winston.
God.
Well, I slept on Jimmy Garoppolo because he ended up making it to the Super Bowl.
I'm with you on that.
I felt like he was better than whoever the hell was the Denver Broncos quarterback that beat the Cleveland Browns.
Well, sure, dude. Was he better than Charlie Fry?
Who?
Kaepernick.
Yeah, hell yes.
Was he better than Tim Couch?
Yes.
Was he better than Peyton Manning?
No.
Was he better than Tom Brady?
Heck no.
Was he better than Joe Flacco?
No.
Is he better than Big Ben?
No.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. You can't, just because he wasn't as good as those players, better than those players, but not as good as those players, he doesn't get a contract, and it has nothing to do with the fact that he knelt during the national anthem. For one, we're on a whole nother level when it comes to that, because I think it's just disrespectful for the men and women who died. But guess what? The men and women who died gave that right so they can do that. I get that. You can protest it. I'm fine with that.
I just have a comment to make, though, about that. So the background of Colin Kaepernick asking for permission to kneel, that came from a guy that was a Green Beret.
Right.
So, I mean, where do you stand there, then? Because he's a Green Beret, he's in the military.
I stand with them being able to kneel.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it's freedom of speech. Here's where there's a problem, though. If the NFL has a policy that says you cannot kneel during the national anthem. You cannot, that means you're a job. You're employed through the NFL. If your job tells you you can't take 15-minute breaks, guess what? I don't care if you're protesting or whatever, you can't take 15-minute breaks on your job. When you get off work, you can do whatever you want. The NFL never said he couldn't protest when he's not inside that stadium. But if they have a contract and there is some kind of an actual deal, like they are his employer, period, you have to follow the lines. But the NFL never came out and said you have to stand. It was individual clubs that said that. Guess what? The individual clubs are those people's employers. You can't just do whatever you want on the job, period. Doesn't matter if you're an athlete or not. Afterwards, if he wants to get off the field and he wants to go do sit-ins and protest, I guarantee you 50 million more people would have been with him and stood with him or knelt with him or whatever, outside of acting like a diva little pussy who literally wants to freak out about the slave mentality while making $65 million. It's real hard to relate to that.
I've never known any slaves that make $65 million.
That's my point. That's my point. Athletes, look, the grassroots movement that you're seeing now inside Black Lives Matter, we're all behind. Period. We watched that guy die. We watched it happen. We stand with everybody. Everybody. I don't care what an athlete has to say about it. You want to know why? Because that athlete can't relate to me. That athlete is driving a Ferrari while I'm trying to get my car to start in the driveway. He is flying to a protest. I'm crawling to one. There's a difference. I want to walk with you, and if they want to walk with us, then yeah, do it. But you come off like a whiny little prick when you're sitting there talking about slave mentality and how he said, I could give you direct quotes. He said, America has never done anything for him. You stupid whiny diva, what hasn't America done for you? Make you a millionaire? Make you famous? Make you an athlete? What exactly hasn't America done for Colin Kaepernick that he felt he needed to kneel? Nothing. Nothing. They hijacked the movement, and it wasn't right. And now you got the NFL coming back out on the other side. And Rodger Goodells, I don't think he was sincere at all. I'm just going to be honest with you.
No.
I think it was half and
I don't
half.
believe it. I don't think he has a sincere bone in his body. Again, we're dealing with people. Listen, you want to talk about the blue-collar workers. You want to talk about the people who it is affecting, and it is affecting. But we're not talking about color anymore. We need to be talking about injustice. He needs to. You want to kneel for injustice? I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. I am with you. But do not start making it about color because it'll lose every time. It'll lose every time. Martin Luther King Jr. did not march and do what he did for us to go backwards in segregation. Let's stand together, not as part.
You good
now? Sorry, that made me mad.
No,
it's fair
good.
because
Like
even
that's-
a prime example too is you have J.R. Smith he was at the protests in L.A. What have you known that he has done compared to what Colin Kaepernick has done since then?
Right.
J.R. Smith walked with people in L.A.
And I respect that.
And out here beating up people.
Well, yeah,
Well, yeah,
because
because
they
they break into his car.
knocked him out.
And then you have Colin Kaepernick, who you don't see him doing much.
You don't.
And that's
You don't.
and I could see your point. I see both sides. I think Rodger Goodells. Remember a couple weeks ago, it was hire a minority coach because you get draft picks.
Right.
3 weeks ago, you got to kind of make yourself look good here and go hand in hand. And also, when your star quarterback that's mixed is literally your future, and they're going to have the best odds for the next 5 years to win the Super Bowl because Tom Brady, he's not necessarily washed, but he's old.
Right.
That's your guy now. So you have to support your guy and your leader and your face of football.
And that's fine.
That I could get.
That's
but
fine, dude. But look,
but just speak from the heart and it'd be different.
Dude, if I look at it, seriously, I don't see color, and I don't care if anybody says, oh, you're racist because you don't see color. I'm not racist. I don't see color because I talk to Riggs. I know Riggs. Dude, you're funny as hell. My kids love you. Everybody, comes around you. It's great. What is the difference? What is the difference between how we interact and we support each other in the causes? Why can't everybody do that? We don't need an athlete to tell us to act like humans to other human beings. We don't need that. Let the grassroots movement take in. Athletes, shut your mouth, play the game, and don't say anything. Movie stars, shut your mouth. You literally get paid to lie, so I'm really not sure why we listen to you anyways. But at least the athletes, shut up. We want heroes. Rosa Parks, way bigger of a hero than Kaepernick could ever be. Martin Luther King Jr., way bigger of a hero than Mahomes could ever want to be. Those are the people we need to be promoting. Those are the people we need to be looking up. And you want to get it twisted and you want to get it construed, right? You want to say, oh, well, it's black versus white. It's never been that way with us. And it'll never be that way going forward. Racism is only alive because it's a business. It's a business, and it's affecting sports. It's affecting the political world. It's affecting the economy. We're here to be like, look, we saw an injustice with Floyd. It sucked. We watched that guy die. Like, I mean, you can't even say, like, he was, no, dude, they were done. He was done. The cops killed that guy. Now, all of a sudden, this movement isn't about that. This movement is about, dude, you guys are right. These cops are crap. It's not, oh, they're racist. It's these cops were crap. They're willing to take another human's life. Not another black guy's life, a human's life. And don't tell me that black lives can't or only matter first, and then, once we all get on board, then every life matters. It doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. And whether you're a religious person or not, it doesn't matter. But God made you like God made me. We're not supposed to hate each other over that. And it's stupid. And if you have that mentality and you have that type of thing moving forward, you don't need Colin Kaepernick to cause a whole big problem and divide more issues. What you have is you have us coming together, marching down Cleveland, no riots, we don't burn our city down, we get real change, and we make the cops who are bad get the hell out of our neighborhood, and we take back our city, we take back our country.
Damn, you're running for politics again?
Damn, like that. I don't like that. That was just.
All right.
Man.
Anyways, it's still Kaepernick related in a way, but I'm gonna end up having our producer pull up Hue Jackson saying that Colin Kaepernick, he wanted him on the Browns in 2017, and Joey or Sir Yacht on Twitter, he's also the guy on TikTok that has all the 4 different high school stereotypes as well. He was just very comedic relief and whatnot too. Yeah. But he kind of pokes at Hue Jackson here because Hue Jackson is somebody that always wants a certain way after it happens.
Sure.
So we'll dive into that right now.
Hue Jackson,
Sir Yacht, you are the man. Go find this man, Sir Yacht.
is talking out of his ass again. And now he's coming out and saying that he wanted Colin Kaepernick in 2017, which is not true. He actually said the opposite to ESPN in 2017. He has come out and said he wanted to draft Carson Wentz, Deshaun Watson, and Patrick Mahomes. Instead, he drafted Deshaun Kaiser, and the Browns went 0-16. He is also the same guy who drafted Cody Kessler in the 3rd round in 2016 and told everybody to trust him on his pick because he got his guy, which instead of Hue Jackson, it's more like poo trash pick. Hue Jackson was not good at a lot of things being a head coach, but one thing he is really good at is letting people know that he wanted a quarterback after it is apparent that he is really good. It is super easy to guess something before it happens. It's even tougher to guess something after it happens. And Hue Jackson has mastered this craft. So why is Hue Jackson coming out and saying this? I don't know, but Hue Jackson wants you to know that he is a victim of the Cleveland Browns despite getting paid tens and tens of millions of dollars by them. And he said he felt the earth shake when he saw RG3 throw the ball. This guy also almost traded a 2nd and 3rd round pick to the Cincinnati Bengals for A.J. McCarron. Someone needs to make a jersey of all the quarterbacks Hue Jackson wanted after he found out they were good. I guarantee you it's going to be longer than all the quarterbacks that have started for the Browns since 1999. Brent Sobleski had one of the greatest tweets of all time on this. The Hue Jackson book should be amazing. I'm sure it'll be written as a choose-your-own adventure, so the story changes every time you read it. The NFL is lucky we didn't get a chance to run Hue's dream offense with 6 quarterbacks on the field. I'm telling you guys, if the Browns hire 2021 Hue Jackson in 2020, things are going to go potentially well. They could win like 4 games.
I would just say this about, I remember Cody Kessler, and Cody Kessler's head was too small for his helmet. That's all I can remember from Cody Kessler.
His head was too small?
Tell you what, well, like the helmet, it was just...
So he wasn't like George Lopez in big head. He was just like small head.
I think if Hue Jackson were to be a superhero, they'd call him Captain Hindsight because the dude is.
Oh yeah, because it's 2020. Like that's him all the time.
Captain Hindsight.
Captain Hindsight.
But like,
thank you, Captain Hindsight.
Like that's the thing though. Like notice too, and I don't want to say that like this is just to make Hue Jackson look good, but more than likely this is the case. If the situation of the Black Lives Matter and Rodger Goodell coming out with a statement and whatnot Would you know that Hue Jackson wanted Colin Kaepernick in 2017? Would you know that his opinion, quote unquote, changed, although it was false to begin with? Or was it something that ended up...
I think he was just talking out of his rear end.
Trying to be relevant.
That's all he does is try to be relevant. I mean, he went on ESPN how long after he got fired, trying to say it wasn't his fault and everything that's going wrong. And then
he also said something about...
ruins their entire their organization. Marvin Lewis gets fired the next year right after Hue Jackson gets there. Hue Jackson is just a curse for a franchise.
He's just not good at his job.
No.
He's
but
not.
now let me ask you a question. Here we go. He's not good at his job. Is he good at his job?
No.
Is he good at his job? Is he good at his job? Is it because he's black?
Nope.
There you go. He just sucks at his job.
To be truly honest, I forgot he was black. I mean, like, I know he's black, but it's just like I forget sometimes.
You thought
like,
he was orange.
Yeah.
Right.
He looks like a paper
but
bag.
that's the point. Like, Goodell, for one, he's not. I don't like Goodell. Like, he's an idiot.
That was
he just
a damn good, like, wow.
Thank you.
I never.
That's why I let him speak.
I told him that.
I know when it comes to, like, Keith is usually the political guy.
I am.
And, like, that wasn't necessarily a political take. It was an honest take.
Sure.
And that's why when Monday you weren't around, I'm like, we're saving this for Wednesday. And that's why I said, it's going to get heated. Have fun.
But the only thing is like,
it's heated as in, like, just, like, literally, like, not necessarily tempers rising,
No.
but, like, just, like, it's going to get intense because it's a passionate issue.
It is. And when you're dealing with, I'm talking about a player of Kaepernick's caliber. Like, okay, like, I don't think he was that good. I didn't think he was that good. You made the point he is better than X and X and X and X and X. So Hugh Jackman.
Him
Hugh
too,
Jackman,
Wolverine.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, right? But if you look at, like, what exactly happens, like the Browns are horrible. Was Charlie Fry, Tim Couch, dude,
Jeff Garcia,
Trent Dilfer,
Brandon Whedon.
That's your boy. You said something last Monday. What is wrong with Brandon Whedon?
Everything.
That was the worst quarterback we've ever picked up.
Everything is
I
wrong.
hope you're okay and you're safe and you're sitting at home, Brandon Whedon, eating your EL fudges. But you were the worst pick we've ever picked up.
Yeah.
Oldest dude.
I hear he's about to get his Buckeye card, isn't he?
All right.
That's what I mean. Like, we need to look at the NFL as they're gonna start playing again, right? We're gonna have an NFL season.
No XFL though, as I said Monday.
Right, and we don't know exactly what's going to happen. Are we going to allow to have fans in there? Are we not going to be? Is it going to be half capacity, a fourth capacity, third capacity? We don't know. We have no idea. We just know there's a plan. We know that they're going to play. And right now, this country doesn't need politics to sweep through our sports system like it has our political system. So if we want to go out and have a good time, man, the tension there's going to be tension. Because now if it's at three-fourths capacity, I'm going to be like, no, you need to stand for the national anthem. You're going to be like, no, you need to, no, you need to kneel in injustice.
Dang.
No, and now all of a sudden we're right back to...
And then people want to start fist fighting and doing this.
That's
and
not
then,
what we need right now.
You don't
COVID,
look like me, so it's a huge issue.
Right,
and that's
COVID,
literally all that...
then COVID, people don't know how to act anymore.
It's not good. It's not good. What needs to happen is we need to start looking at people as human beings. You're a human, I'm a human. That's it. Let's be humans.
You know what? And also another segue, too. Because I'm going to say that it's a segue because it's going to be a segue. But let's go to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Yeah. Just opened back up. First time it was open since 316 Day.
Can we make a trip and go? I've never went.
I've never been there either.
Seriously.
Let's do a podcast from there.
That'd be badass.
Let's call him up and see if we can do a podcast. What the hell?
For real?
Yeah. You're friends with Peyton Hillis. You got pulled.
Today's word is Peyton Hillis. If you want a We Like Sports podcast t-shirt, enter the promo code Hillis.
For 20% off.
That's right.
God.
But anyways, though, the Pro Football Hall of Fame finally reopened. First time since 316 because of COVID-19.
What?
Yep. And kind of like you could take this question with two avenues. Who would you want to see in the Hall of Fame? Or who do you want to see that's already in the Hall of Fame?
Oh, man. I don't know.
So take whatever pick, but what is it that you want?
I want to see Joe Thomas in the Hall of Fame.
I think Thomas should be in the Hall of Fame.
That would be nice. And I also want to go to the Canton Football Hall of Fame so I can, like, put on a helmet or, like, look at, like, an actual size Lombardi trophy.
What about Kozar?
He's not in, no.
I don't know. I don't know if he had the career to get in. The Hall of Fame?
You literally said like 3 episodes ago, but
Did
I'm
I?
going to pull it in that
I might have.
Brady Sizemore should be in the Baseball Hall of Fame.
No. I
What'd you
didn't
say?
that.
Did you say
I said
shit?
if he would have played an entire career, completely healthy.
Oh, God, that's the same. Ugh.
Anyways, I'd want to see Troy Polamalu.
Oh,
The only thing
He's
is
about to get
Troy
in.
Polamalu.
He's already in.
I used to be scared to play against him in Madden.
Steelers are not. Troy Polamalu should be in the Hall of Fame.
Is Hines Ward in?
Hines Ward, I want to say, is in. Jerome Bettis is in.
the Bucs.
Oh yeah, I watched
Jerome
the Bucs.
Harrison.
Like as a
Pittsburgh Steeler going. I think.
like as a non-partisan, like let's take away Cleveland.
Troy Polamalu is just a solid athlete. Like, no matter which way you look at it, he's a stand-up guy.
Yeah.
He knows how to make his money doing Head and Shoulders commercials with his
of
long,
good hair.
luscious, curly hair.
I mean, and plus, Eminem's flow. It flows like Troy Polamalu's hair. So I mean,
Yeah,
you can't-
absolutely.
That's that immediately. If Eminem compares his rap verses to your flowing hair, you know what I mean? Like you're
Head, shoulders, knees, and hair.
If I want to make a suggestion for next week's show, we can have ask the fans on the show on Facebook Live, what is your favorite sports trophy between the Commissioner's Trophy, MLB, the Larry O'Brien and basketball, and then you got the Vince Lombardi in the NFL.
Hold on to that, because that's going to be the tip-off next week,
That's
too.
tip-off next week?
And
Stanley
fans
Cup?
will...
Oh yeah, and the Stanley Cup too.
Yeah, and fans will have a part, though, in that, too. So we're going to end up having open in the forum, tweet it out. Even beforehand, even if it's social media beforehand, like I mentioned, we'll end up reading it on air. I mean, plenty of possibilities, but definitely what is your favorite championship trophy? Which one would you want to hoist up? But
so wait. Sorry. I gotta say this. Listen to how much sense this makes.
Does it involve Hue Jackson?
Yes. But hold on a minute. This is why I get so upset because they try to make it a black or white issue. He says, Hue Jackson on 92.3 The Fan just came out 38 minutes ago and says, Hue Jackson says that he feels minority coaches are having trouble getting hired after being fired. Because you suck! Like, I don't understand. It's not because you're black, you dumbass. It's because you suck.
He was hired after he was fired from Oakland.
Why does that have to be a black or white issue? You just suck. Somebody get Hue Jackson out here. So I will do a podcast with him just so that I can tell him that he sucks. It's not because he's black. He's just stupid.
And in other news, the Indians selected Carson Tucker, a shortstop out of Arizona's one of the high school. He's the number 33 prospect, picked 23rd overall. So
does it
it's very odd that, I mean, it's somebody in the future because you have Brian or Byron Racino, so you have him afterwards. But, it's very odd that you have the MLB draft still and there's no season.
Right.
That's very, very odd.
They had the NFL draft.
Yeah. That's true, but baseball happens, it's known for, mid-season. Sure. And, these guys are also, they had nothing to prove if they're a senior in high school or in college. Because what is your sample size? Nothing.
Oh, yeah, so they're pretty much drafting the guy based on what he did his junior year of high school.
That's
crazy.
Or junior year of college or sophomore, because, it varies. But, as we're talking college baseball, though, I've been wanting to hit on this for weeks. So an LSU pitcher, I really wish I could remember his name and know his name to find out if he ends up getting drafted. But he kind of has a little bit of, confidence as a pitcher when he was told to, or he wasn't told to hit, but he convinced his coach to hit.
Right.
And then the actuality of what happens when he hits and what happens afterwards and the experience leading up. Sure. I'm not going to explain it. Just check out the video. It makes sense. Losing myself.
What was your mindset when you stepped in the batter's box?
Go yard. I'm a pitcher. Why not swing as hard as I can? I got nothing to lose.
What did Paul Maneri tell you before you walked up there?
Well, at first he said, just go up there, don't swing the bat, don't do anything. And then it changed the pitch, and I was like, he's getting scared out there. He's like, yeah, did you ever hit in high school? I go, I hit bombs. He's like, all right, swing away.
And then that's obviously the post-game press conference. And then there's actually a reporter that asks him what happened in that scenario. And truth comes out a little bit, which is very funny.
When's the last time you've had an at-bat in a competitive baseball game?
High school, I guess. Coach, I'll be honest, I didn't hit in high school. My coach didn't let me. I hit BP a couple times. I did hit nukes, I'll tell you that. But yeah.
You didn't even hit in the games in high school?
No. He wouldn't let me. He didn't want me to get hurt, but I guess it paid off. all the
So
batting
you lied
practice.
to me?
Coach, I wanted to swing.
Thank you for lying to me, Todd.
So Austin, you're a college baseball player. You were a college baseball player. If you were in that position, I mean, you even had your old college coach on too. What would be his reaction if you were in the pitcher spot and you did the same damn thing?
I'll tell you what. If I hit a home run, he wouldn't care. But if I struck out on 3 pitches and swinging as hard as I could, oh man, your ass is grass at that point.
That's with anything. You
got lucky.
That's pretty funny though, because literally, he was like, the coach even said, he was like, you know what? Thanks for lying to me, because you just might have won. I don't even know. I'm assuming it wasn't like the College World Series, 'cause we didn't really get that far, but it was probably a game, because college baseball starts in February.
Yeah.
Things started getting shut down in March, so it wasn't really an important game. But looking back at it, it was.
For him, for anybody to hit a walk-off, you know what I mean?
But not only was it a college baseball World Series game, but that's something that if he's drafted,
right,
that's something to look off of. I mean, I'm not saying he's going to be a two-way player immediately, but if you have the pitcher up and it's the 6th inning,
good National League pitch,
yeah, you could hit. But that's also with the metal bat.
BB core though, it's like hitting with a
lead plate. Yeah.
No diggity.
Don't back it up. So, I think that's all I got to hit on. We could end up talking.
Hit on our guess.
Yeah, you did hit it, I guess.
Did that happen?
Sorry, 9:35 though.
We got one more final buzzer beater.
Sure.
Man, I'm just coming up with this.
I like that.
So, Mike Tyson is coming out of retirement.
That's what I heard.
And he's main reason why, what's the saying, guys? Money talk, walks.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He's being offered $20 million plus to come out of retirement.
Sure.
Absolutely.
I take it.
Who wouldn't take it?
Right.
I take it. The only thing is, have you seen him?
He can still move. Yeah, he still got it.
Whatever he did, he got focused, and he got focused hard.
Yeah.
The only battle he really has is with the letter S.
The only way I believe that Tyson has a better chance is if he was training at Hooligan's Gym right here in North Ridgeville.
Yes. Listen, we got good coaching, good equipment, great people. Hell
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
Well,
Hooligan's Gym right here, North Ridgeville. Check them out.
good spot. And I guess on that note, we're just going to throw out the social media one more time.
Yeah.
Had a solid show. Check us back Monday, 3:30 to 4:30 on Twitter and Periscope. Stay tuned. Maybe we'll end up just throwing it on Facebook too. Just stay tuned on the Facebook page, which is facebook.com/WeLikeSportsPC. Instagram is at WeLikeSportsPC. YouTube page 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, Thursday.
And before we go, though, I think we gotta throw out a general shout out to Veterans Know Sports and like Moving the Chains and We Like Sports and the shows that we do.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. The Cam Voice family.
We'll get there.
Absolutely.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get there, y'all.
Yeah, we will.
YouTube 9 a.m. Thursday morning. We Like Sports Podcast. Subscribe, like, hit the bell, see the video every so often whenever we end up putting up the new one. In case, because we're trying to shoot commercials here. We're trying to have fun. We're not just guys that are sitting at a table shooting the crap about sports.
That's exactly what we are.
But we also have entertainment factors too.
Right.
Also 9 a.m. Thursday morning. Apple, Google, Spotify, Stitcher, and Anchor. That'll be where you can listen to the podcast on the go. And what's with your general shout out? Let's close the show on you. Let's close the show on you, Mr. Peyton Hillis' friend.
All right, Veterans Know Sports. That's a good podcast. He's more of like a fantasy. He knows it all. Like he knows stuff that I don't even can fathom.
And you've learned stuff from him too, right?
I really have. Like doing the show, like I've absolutely learned stuff. Oh, for F's sake, that's not related to us, but it is related to us because they're good dudes. It's just dudes being dudes. That is an awesome podcast. Check them out on Apple, iTunes, and all that. And then, Moving the Chains with Peyton Hillis and myself every Tuesday. Coming at you. You can check it out. Moving the Chains on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter at KeithMiger1. And then follow Peyton Hillis, obviously, on Twitter.
And Peyton Vince at Peyton Vince.
And pray for Dick Goddard.
Yeah.
I heard he had COVID.
Yeah.
That is not okay. You got Twitter?
Yeah, but it's not working right now. Follow Pro Parker P. It's my wrestling profile, or you can find me on Instagram at pro_Parker_P.
And also a little bit of a teaser, too. We do have more bigger news on the horizon, too.
Yes.
Moving up in the world.
We are.
Stay tuned. Stay on Twitter. Stay on Facebook. Stay tuned. We're not hitting the big time yet, but we're on our way, baby.
Moving on up.
Grow with us. See you. Be safe.